I am quite content now with the fact that large swaths of the wheelchair population want to kill me. Indeed, it doesn't really bother me that much. However, at times I do fear for my own safety. What with the sheer amount of morons and simpletons that inhabit this county. Indeed, they will do anything to silence me, it seems. So effectively, they are doing the dirty work of the cryptocracy for them. Indeed, the cryptocracy have managed to create a society which is self-policing. Indeed, people accuse me of being delusional and people write me off, but I'm going to keep operating nevertheless. And I know I enrage these morons and simpletons simply by operating, so I'm going to continue to operate. Indeed, it seems to me that, as I stated, the cryptocracy, i.e., British intelligence, have created a society which is wholly self-policing. Indeed, the cryptocracy have managed to create an informant culture that is effectively policing itself. Indeed, the British society is now basically its own version of the Stasi, and especially in these small towns, I'd estimate that 4 in 5 people are police informants. And I've also surmised that the reason they are willing police informants is due to the envious nature of society in modern Britain, which is a state of mind which has been created by the networks of German psychiatrists who plotted world domination from the 1750s onwards. And they have created this envious strain in society through their conduits of the Tavistock Institute. Indeed, it seems that John Rawlings Rees's vision of 5,000 psychiatric shock troops policing the nation is basically reflected in the fact that the society has become self-policing in many regards. Indeed, even organized crime, the organized crime syndicates, are coordinated by British intelligence, which means that the cryptocracy has a monopoly on basically everything. So it's all very interesting to analyze. Indeed, the fundamentalist networks of the Faith of Ishmael, many of whom are under mind control by British intelligence and the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst, serve a purpose whereby they create the conditions for the creation of a total surveillance society. Indeed, by filling the populace with fears, the cryptocracy is able to justify their implementation of heightened surveillance structures as the population is traumatized due to the fear perpetrated on it by the cryptocracy through their proxies, and the population ask the government for stricter security measures. Indeed, the Gladio 2 program serves this purpose. Indeed, the majority of the migration patterns of adherents of the Faith of Ishmael were coordinated by figures with an interest in the Gladio 2 project. Indeed, even though the Gladio 2 project wasn't actually spawned itself until after the Cold War as a continuation of the Gladio program, the plans were being made long before this. Indeed, the majority of planning by Illuminati networks is planned usually at least a century in advance. So everything that public figures say is scripted, as the cryptocracy behind them have been planning all global events for basically centuries. Indeed, this brings me on to the Albert Pike blueprints for the the three world wars. And many detractors of the legitimacy of the Pike blueprints point to the fact that Pike uses such terms as political Zionism and Nazism before these terms were in existence. But as these terms were creations of the Illuminati networks, they already had foreknowledge of the fact that these networks would be brought into prominence. So I would like to debunk the debunkers in that regard. Indeed, the crux of my theory is that global domination was planned by a network of German psychiatrists in the 1700s. And we really see the projection of these aims beginning after 1776 with the birth of the Bavarian Illuminati, who were an associated network of this network of German psychiatrists. But one mustn't forget that these networks were all tied in with British intelligence of the time. Indeed, at the time in the 1770s in Britain, the groundwork was being laid for Eugenicism, and such networks as the Lunar Society were present and operating. Indeed, the Lunar Society contained Erasmus Darwin, an ancestor of Charles Darwin, and figures of the Galton family, as well as Joseph Priestley, who supposedly discovered oxygen at the same time as Lavoisier did in France, which is interesting because it seems that these occult networks may have actually had knowledge of these things before the sudden discoveries, basically. Indeed, these Lunar Society networks link into the networks that gradually evolved into the eugenics movement towards the end of the 1800s. And all of these networks link up to the Nazi networks and to the modern concept of the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst, which isn't itself a modern concept. Indeed, the roots of the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst go at least back to the 1700s and are always interconnecting throughout their historical progress with the British intelligence services. So it's all an interconnecting web. And this is the network of the Illuminati, the Anglo-German cryptocracy centered around the British intelligence and the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst networks are the Illuminati. Indeed, it seems, though, that Illuminati is a term that they have chosen for themselves. And many researchers believe that the Illuminati conspiracy is a hoax and that everything should be blamed, for instance, on the Hebrews or other networks. However, the Illuminati network were a branch of a network of German psychiatrists operative for the Prussian and Bavarian secret services. Indeed, these networks of psychiatrists, who were Masonic networks, were a very dangerous intelligence agency in their own right and have coordinated the destruction of society. Indeed, they have caused the destruction of British society as we witness it now. Indeed, we are approaching a large social cataclysm. Indeed, it seems that the events in the Middle East, which are themselves scripted and coordinated by the Illuminati networks. Indeed, I have surmised that the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst has a controlling stake in the Chinese Communist Party, and the state of Iran is a vassal of the Chinese Communist Party. So it all links back to the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst. Indeed, the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst are doing the same dialectic as they did in the Cold War, when they basically generated a conflict between the NATO countries and the Soviet Union. Indeed, they are merely continuing that dialectic with the NATO countries as one element of the dialectic and China as another. So it's all a continuation of very basically typical Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst techniques. And these techniques are rooted in German psychiatry and German philosophy of the 17 and 1800s. And the majority of these psychiatrists and philosophers were themselves Illuminists. And the insinuating brethren of the Illuminati networks are elite intelligence operatives and are placed within British intelligence and the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst. Indeed, the British intelligence and the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst networks are the Illuminati. Indeed, the creation of mind-controlled slaves does seem to be a key operation of the Illuminati networks. Indeed, there is a large mind-controlled slave market, and British intelligence, for instance, mind controls various vulnerable individuals, indeed including many young women, and these are sold to, for instance, Russian oligarchs as either sex slaves or intelligence assets. And this is the sort of continuing state of affairs. Indeed, the majority of mafias have their own networks of mind-controlled operatives, and all of the major intelligence agencies of the NATO countries, the Russian Federation and China have their own networks of mind-controlled operatives. Indeed, Chinese brain scientists are some of the most skilled at their profession, and indeed these mind scientists are very, very dangerous people. And due to the population size of China, the Chinese mind scientists have rather a lot of subjects potentially to do their surgeries on. Indeed, much of the mind science in the Soviet Union, in the Gulag system, and in the state-run psychiatric wards, much of this mind science consisted of open brain surgery, whereby the top of the skull was removed and the mind scientists basically just messed around with things in the psychiatric patient or Gulag inmate's brain to see what would happen. Indeed, many of these test subjects were neutralized afterwards, but many are still most probably wandering the streets of Russia. Indeed, there is very little data on Chinese mind science. However, I believe it would take a very dark form. Indeed, there are certain techniques that the Chinese brainwashers and mind scientists use, which are very different from those of the Western intelligence agencies. They have their own mechanisms for thought control and mind control. And it's a subject that I would like to go further into over the years. Indeed, all of the data of the mind science in the Soviet Union and now the Russian Federation and in China, all of this data is collected by the networks of the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst that are operative in those countries, and this data is transmitted back to the headquarters of the controlling body of the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst, i.e. Mad Housekeepers Guild networks, indeed the German psychiatric networks that are plotting world domination, and they have all the data of the Russian and Chinese mind science, just as they have all the data of the British and American mind science. Indeed, the current state of Russian mental hospitals is really quite terrifying indeed. On admission to a Russian mental hospital now, especially since the Ukraine war and the crackdown by the Putin government, admission into a Russian mental hospital tends to entail that all your hair is shaved off, whether you're a man or a woman. Indeed, they wish to dehumanize mental patients. And I am lucky that this does not occur in UK mental hospitals. Indeed, the amount of antipsychotics that are used on mental patients in Russia far outweighs that of Britain. Indeed, that is not to excuse British mental hospitals. Indeed, British mental hospitals are locations of much abuse and also dehumanization. And as I stated before, the only purpose that British mental hospitals serve is to fatten you up, dumb you down, take away your individuality and confidence, and turn you into a corporate slave. That is the only purpose that the British mental hospital system serves. All of the people working in the British mental hospitals think that they are doing a great service to society, but all they're really doing is conditioning you. And nobody actually listens to you in those places. You're just cast off as delusional. And they try and break your delusions. They don't want you thinking your own thoughts. Indeed, as I've stated, the paranoid schizophrenic mind is naturally geared towards truth. And a lot of the time that takes the form of encrypted truth with psychiatric patients. The truth is encrypted, but that doesn't mean that it's not truth. And this is what scares not only the cryptocracy and the Illuminati networks, this also scares society. And the cryptocracy would like this formula to keep going because they would like society to remain ignorant. And for society to remain ignorant, the Illuminati networks need to keep locking the schizophrenics away. Indeed, this is basically what seems to be happening. To remain in power, the Illuminati networks lock the schizophrenics away because the schizophrenics are the only ones who can truly see through the Illuminati agenda. Indeed, there are many conspiracy theorists and researchers that dismiss any truth that comes from a paranoid schizophrenic mind. Indeed, there are many conspiracy researchers that are actually very dismissive of mental patients. It's amazing how many conspiracy theorists and conspiracy researchers there are that are sanists. And I have a very big issue with sanism. Indeed, this is eugenicist thinking based in proto-Nazi ideology, basically. And these conspiracy researchers are dismissing everything schizophrenics say and basically putting themselves on a pedestal. And it's basically sanism, it's eugenics. And there seems to be a growing hierarchy in the conspiracy research world where a lot of very arrogant sanists are running the conspiracy theory circuit. And the schizophrenics are ignored, basically. Indeed, the schizophrenics are the ones whose voices need to be heard. Indeed, in ancient times, schizophrenics were apprentices of shamans and witch doctors because of their very unique perspective on things. Indeed, I am of the thinking that schizophrenics do need sane people around them, but at the same time, the schizophrenic should be admired for what he is and listened to and not cast off and not exterminated as many of the eugenicist sanists would wish to do. Indeed, this sanism within society is really quite scary indeed. I find my existence rather scary because I'm always on edge when I'm walking around, and the looks I get and the fact I can tell that people want to say horrible things to me is really quite scary, and the risk of physical violence is always higher as a schizophrenic, indeed, because of the ignorance of British society. And this ignorance within British society has been created by these eugenicist sanists connected to the psychiatric networks that wish to dominate mankind. And unless the society starts listening to the schizophrenics, this situation is never, ever going to change. Indeed, I'm going to leave it there.